One of the most iconic and memorable scenes in film from the 2000s is the coin toss scene from the Coen brothers' 2007 western, No Country for Old Men. Anton Chigurh, one of the three men we follow throughout the film, stops at a gas station to get some fuel. Anton and the gas station owner start a conversation.
How much?
69 cents.
And the gas?
Y'all getting any rain up your way?
What way would that be?
I seen you was from Dallas.
What business is it of yours? Where I'm from?
The second the owner gets into Anton's business, the tone shifts for both characters. Anton responds slightly aggressive while the owner responds more defensively, trying to defuse the situation. The conversation continues to slowly get personal and specifically tied to the owner.
Somewhere around 9:30. I'd say around 9:30.
I could come back then.
Why would you be coming back? We'll be closed.
Yeah, you said that.
Well, I got to close now.
You live in that house out back.
Yes, I do.
You lived here all your life?
Anton then proposes a coin toss to the owner, wanting him to call it.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
Sir?
The most you ever lost on a coin toss?
I don't know. I couldn't say.
Call it.
Call it.
The owner, reluctant to answer, without knowing what's at stake, of course hesitates and asks him why and what it's
We
for.
need to know what we're calling it for here.
You need to call it. I can't call it for you.
And Anton, replying that he does know what it's for.
I didn't put nothing up.
Yes, you did. You've been putting it up your whole life. You just didn't know it. You know what date is on this coin?
No.
1958. It's been traveling 22 years to get here. And now it's here. And it's either heads or tails.
Look, I need to know what I stand to win.
Everything.
How's that?
You stand to win everything. Call it.
All right. Heads then.
Well done.
The owner calls it, gets it right, keeps the coin, and is suggested by Anton to not keep it in
Don't
his
put it in your
pocket.
pocket. It's your lucky quarter.
Where you want me to put it?
Anywhere not in your pocket. Or it'll get mixed in with the others and become just a coin. Which it is.
The reason why the scene is so highly regarded in the film Zeitgeist is not much its external story development, but rather its philosophical story development. At this point in the movie, we see Anton as this antagonistic anti-hero, already having a merciless body count, supplemented with no regret in doing so. And if that's the case, why go bother with such a meaningless character than a gas station owner that you're just stopping by for a couple of minutes? It's because it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect Anton or his priorities and his tasks in the film. There is no purpose in being the bearer of a life or death situation if it feels like it doesn't affect his end goal. Compared to the suffocation of the police officer, or the cold and ruthless killing of the person he took the car for why he's at the gas station in the first place. So, then he pivots to proposing a coin toss to determine the fate of the owner, rather than being death himself, but an angel of death. The coin represents the life of the owner. Whether he gets to continue or not is not up to Anton, but to the owner himself and his uncertain chance. See, Anton lives and dies by his own rules. He follows a set of orders and rules established before his journey, one of those being, don't get into other people's businesses, which triggers this event to happen in the first place. When the owner guesses the coin toss right, his life is spared and gets to keep the coin and his life, and is told by Anton to not keep the lucky coin in his pockets with the others, not to disregard his fortunate life with the lives of others, or else it will just be like any other coin, or else he will just be like any other gas station owner.
Which it is.
See, the film's story is centered around three characters: Anton, who follows his own set of orders and beliefs and is committed to his promises he sets and proposes to others; Llewellyn, who represents free will, that you do have a choice to do or do not, and everyone is able to control their own will freely and suffer the consequences because of it. Like sacrificing his livelihood, he accepts the consequences of death and a life of rutting. And Ed, a legacy sheriff, who is stuck in the middle of Anton and Llewellyn's cat and mouse chase, and always one step behind, showing him losing his grip on his own beliefs and simplicity in crime as the story progresses, and showing him losing his own purpose in this modern society. As if life has just passed him by without him knowing about it, and it did. He's no longer able to distinguish the ever so blurred complexities of good and evil, right and wrong, true order, and real free will. That this world, this place, this country is no longer for old men like him. That nothing in the world of crime is ever certain. In fact, the only thing certain in this dark underbelly of society is the uncertainty of life and death from it, like a coin toss.